Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hillside Gardener back with you. Today is going to be a pepper only episode. I know some of you guys out there are asking about the peppers and how they're doing, and today's the day. So right in front of you, this pepper is called an Inca Red Drops pepper, and you can see some of these guys in here are starting to get ripe. I have eaten them, a couple of, just to sample them out. They are medium heat. They're pretty hot, but they're not anything too overpowering. These are actually sold pickled in South America, so this is a Bacatum variety. It's very productive, just covered in pods right there. And right next to it here, some of my ghost pepper plants are finally starting to ripen up. You can see in here, just like a Christmas tree of red. All those ghost peppers, tons of green ones on this plant. This is just one plant right here, by the way. This thing is loaded down with pods. Show you this ghost pepper here next to this one. Again, zoom in. Some of these pods are just huge, man. I mean, it's a pretty decent sized ghost pepper pod, if you ask me. It's huge. But let me show you this here, the plant next to it. It is so heavy with peppers. I need to stake this thing up. It is falling down to the ground. But look at this entire row. This pepper here is massive. This is a massive ghost pepper right there. 1, 2. I've already picked about a dozen off of this one plant that is actually being drugged to the ground because it's covered in so many pods. And let's notice this guy right here. This is a huge, these ghost peppers here, that's going to be a world of hurt. But like I said, these are so productive this year. My more ghost peppers down here. There's a random carrot somehow has escaped last year and has survived. This plant here is another ghost. You can see from the top there all those different oranges, plants transitioning over. Let's walk down here. You can tell right here, I love these flowers. This is a pubescence type flower right there. This is a Peruvian, I don't want to say it wrong, but this is a Procoto variety. I think it's called Cuzco Yellow. Cuzco being a city in Peru. And these are maturing to yellow, so Peruvian Cuzco pepper there. So yeah, I mean, this has the typical bushy, flat, sprawling habit. Just goes everywhere. It's only about 2.5, 3 feet tall, but every bit of 4.5, 5 feet in diameter so far. So yeah, it's like a low growing shrub, which is cool about peppers, how they all have different growing habits and just styles. So I mean, just as far as just the aesthetics of the plant themselves, they're pretty cool just to have, just to see the variety for that matter. And as I pan down here into the jungle a little bit more, these are all sweet peppers. Just come in here. These are some sweet peppers here. These, I believe, are some banana peppers that are about to ripen. Down here you can see the yellow down there. Those are just some banana peppers. One of them down there is turning orange and yellow because they need to be harvested, which a lot of people don't realize, that you know, the banana peppers you get in the store, might buy in the yellow or even a green stage, letting them ripen fully to the red or yellow that they will ripen to, or sometimes a nice orange color, actually makes them sweeter and brings out a better flavor. But they're picked with the yellow for whatever reason. I guess it's marketability, or that's just what the consumer wants, and that's fine. But same with jalapenos. You know, jalapenos will ripen to a red as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here, take you up to the greenhouse to show you something that's just out of this world. Hold on. All right, now, so back inside of the greenhouse here. As you can see right here, guys, this has gotten completely just out of control. Things are growing so incredibly in here. I cannot even keep up with it. I'm just under 6 feet tall, and these plants over here are taller than I am. My tomato plants are crawling up to the top of the ceiling. I picked so many cherry tomatoes the other day that I actually had to, I made an entire spaghetti sauce, an entire pot of spaghetti sauce from just cherry tomatoes. So you can imagine how many that was just to cook it down like that. But let's get back to the peppers. That's why you're here. There's a nice bee flies around in front of me. Okay, so here, some sweet, these are the Japanese sweet pepper, seeds from my buddy Shane. These are the Manganji peppers. Pretty good sweet pepper here. And I had to stake this up, but these branches, of course, are actually falling down and bending over because they're just so heavy in pods. It's just getting crazy. More banana peppers back here. You know what those look like. This here is a really bad picture, but that is the Tunisian Baclaudi. Actually, probably right in front of me is a little better. These guys here get a little bit bigger than this, but this plant here is just covered in pods that are green. This is what they make the traditional harissa paste from. I've mentioned that before in previous videos. The authentic, I guess, well, take their word for it. But as it turns, it'll turn to the red color. It's got a little bit of brown on it right now. I think it's just maybe from too much water, because the sun scalded on it. No big deal. There's plenty more to recover from. Down here, one of my favorite sweet peppers you've never probably heard of. This is the lipstick pepper. Seeds I got from Baker Creek when I was out in California. These peppers here are super sweet, like you haven't had before. Much better than any kind of bell pepper you'll ever eat. So yeah, I would totally recommend those. Some red peppers here, you can see right there. These are elephant trunk. These are elephant trunk peppers. They're a cayenne variety. Totally haven't really tried these out yet because I didn't realize they were ripe, because I just lost track of them. So I'll definitely try to check that out and let you guys know. But I want to show you something right here. See this guy right here? Yeah, this is the Inca Red Drop pepper that's growing inside my greenhouse. Now you saw the one outside of the greenhouse. Yeah, this is one plant. It is almost, well, some parts are over 6 feet tall. This plant is 6 feet wide. It is gigantic. I'm going to try to sneak by here without breaking branches off like I did last time. There's just no room to pass through here because I got so much plants everywhere. Look at this guy here. Everywhere you look, pods, everywhere. This branch is growing way over here. But I mean, it's just absolutely covered in pods. This is ridiculous as far as production goes. So much so that you can't see the ground. It's just completely shaded out. Some more sweet peppers down there. This is a tomato nightmare. I can't even cage this up, so I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. But there are some peppers behind this giant tomato mess on the bottom. How I get to the peppers to harvest them, I'm not really sure, but there are some rooster spur peppers. They're nice. They're like a cayenne versus cross with a Thai variety. So over here is just totally just some more sweet peppers. Nothing out of the ordinary. Some more of those Munganji peppers, which are totally cool to grow. Some beans. And a little update here on my Capsicum eximium. It's a wild variety. You can see by the growth habit that it's very kind of spindly. Not really too showy for that matter. And no pods have set. It's had plenty of flowers all over it, but nothing's really set on it. So it's a cool plant to try. It's a fun experiment. But I may or may not get anything off of this that's worth note. But I can say I've grown one, so there's just something for experience. And if I can get it in here to show, maybe not, because everything is just way overgrown. Another pepper. One's getting ripened right there. I think that, if I can show you, this pepper here. It's another, I believe this is the Baklauti. It's turning from red to like a purplish color, which will eventually turn to a dark red. And I guess I'm not going to be able to find it because there's just too much. But I do have a white boot jolokia in there. I picked a couple the other day. I prefer the taste of the white over the red boot jolokia, but that's just me. It's just as productive and just as mean. And if I can show you one last thing, please hold on, guys. I promise it's almost over. But here we go. So if I showed you the plant earlier this year that had gigantic leaves on it, and I've had to stake it up because this plant is just falling all over itself, it is finally starting to put on some pods. There you go. Not sure what they are. Last year they were the chocolate super mean pepper. I wonder if they'll come back and be a brown or chocolate pod this year as well, or if that's just a genetic fluke or whatever happened with that. But there you go, guys. This plant is finally starting to put on some scary looking pods. It is definitely a late season plant, so we'll see what it turns out to be. And I don't know if we'll taste the whole thing, but we'll try a little bit of it to show you how bad it's going to be. But yeah, guys, here's a view from the bottom of the pepper jungle, which is so cool. If you get down here and look, it does look like an actual jungle, just full of peppers and pods, just everything falling over it. Right there's some more of the Inca Red Drops that are, as the name implies, red and look like drops. So there you go, guys. It's a nice pepper update from the hot, steamy greenhouse. I hope you guys have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. And until next time, guys, we'll see you around. Bye.